had some questions on Patreon and elsewhere about what languages I've studied exactly, because I cite so many languages, so let me go through a little bit of that history. I started encountering Spanish in elementary school, like a lot of people, although for me, the more meaningful contact wasn't in school, but with our close family friends, Pablo and Alvina. I never learned to be a fluent Spanish speaker, but it's always been a familiar reference point for me, and I could certainly read it well. I began studying Spanish and Latin in school in middle school. Spanish probably in school before that, but nothing from elementary school would have stuck. Uh, Started teaching myself Old English and Greek in high school. Old English from Sweet's Anglo-Saxon Primer. Greek, I don't remember what book. And I also started really seriously studying Latin by self-study in high school. I don't remember with what book. I began studying Old Norse by self-study in college in 2003 from Evie Gordon's Introduction to Old Norse, and became very interested in it from that time on. Continued formal study of Latin and Greek as an undergrad. That was my major, Latin and Greek. I also had an undergrad minor in linguistics, for which I counted classes or independent studies in Old English, Portuguese, and German. Most of those all by self-study, but I did have some independent studies arranged in Old English with Brian McFadden at Texas Tech, when he, I don't think, was actually formally ever teaching those classes. All right, grad school in the University of Georgia, I took Sanskrit, I took Old English readings in Beowulf. I took Old Norse, even though I knew Old Norse, just to get more reading experience. Trying to remember, there's a bunch, and I took Proto-Indo-European, really, right? Jared Klein taught a Proto-Indo-European class, and this is the basis for my understanding of any other languages. I learned Proto-Indo-European, and I can derive other Indo-European languages from it. Oh, I took Old Church Slavic with Keith Langston. And certainly studied other things a little bit, right? Just through Indo-European, Hittite, Old Irish, Classical Armenian. Oh, I took Gothic with Jared Klein. Then in grad school, a little bit of Norwegian, even though I knew it from self-study beginning in 2005, just to have a credit on the books, but I tested out of most of it. And added Old High German, Old Saxon, and then Old Frisian by self-study. And then I formally taught Old Norse at UCLA, Icelandic at Berkeley, and Norwegian at UCLA.